All right. Hey, class. Mr. Wood here, decked out in lab gear because I'm going to try to do a lab with you guys. There'll be a document called Double Replacement Reactions Lab on this assignment. I'm actually going to walk through the lab with you so you can see all the stuff. I don't expect you to do a lab book. That wouldn't be fair to you. But I do want you to write down some observations about what you see and then answer the questions and do the CER paragraph at the end. Not a full lab book. Observations, answer the questions, CER paragraph. Let's go ahead and get started and see how we do. All right, so there's a number of reactions that I'm going to show you with this. If I can get my screen mirroring to work. All right, so the first reaction number one, cobalt chloride and sodium carbonate. I have cobalt chloride in the container already. And here we go with the sodium carbonate. Okay, and we'll give that a bit of a shake, and you'll see what happens. All right, so there was reaction number one. And I will come back and show you all of the different reactions at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a moment and get the second reaction. All right, and we'll go with reaction number two. All right, so as you can see, this is cobalt chloride with sodium hydroxide. Cobalt chloride, of course, the same kind of pinkish colored material. And this time I am adding it using a pipette because you're supposed to add it very slowly. Let's go ahead and put this down there. And when you're making observations, it's important to point out things like solution color, starting color and ending color, what's happening both in the solution and what's forming from it. And there we go. So again, reaction number two, very evident reaction right there. Gonna go ahead and pause this for a minute while I get reaction number three set up and ready to go. All right, and we're back ready for reaction number three. And again, cobalt chloride with potassium iodide. So again, still working with that cobalt chloride, that kind of rose pink colored liquid, and then adding potassium iodide, which is a clear liquid. And we don't have to be slow about this one. In we go. All right, and again, when I'm all done with these, I'll go through and show you each of them in. All right, we're back and ready for reaction number four. A little more complicated this time because there are multiple substances. We're starting with potassium permanganate and then sodium hydroxide, and in the sodium hydroxide, sugar has already been dissolved. So if we take a look at this here, this very rich purpley color is potassium permanganate. This clear liquid is sodium hydroxide, and I've already dissolved the sugar in there. You'll just have to trust me that I did that. Okay, so we take the solution here and dump it into the other test tube. Give that a shake. And we'll let that one sit for a bit because that reaction might take a while. Again, I'll come back and show you all of these when I am done. One more. All right, last reaction. Let me get my screen sharing up and running here. All right, and again, a little more complex one, potassium permanganate, hydrochloric acid, and hydrogen peroxide, but this time I'm adding it in stages. Permanganate first, then the acid, then the hydrogen peroxide. So again, potassium permanganate, this very rich purpley colored liquid, adding the clear hydrochloric acid now. There we go. And then a pipette full of hydrogen peroxide. All right, so I will pause a moment here and I will get all of them put together and show you each of them again just to review the results. All right, and as soon as I get this up and running here once more, just to see all the results. All right, so reaction 1, cobalt chloride and sodium carbonate. Reaction 2, cobalt chloride and sodium hydroxide. Reaction 3, cobalt chloride and potassium iodide. 4, potassium permanganate, sodium hydroxide, and sugar. And then 5, potassium permanganate, hydrochloric acid, and hydrogen peroxide. All right, so hope this worked well. Let me know if you have any questions on this. Remember, you don't have to do a full lab book. Just write down some observations, answer the questions, and then write your CER paragraph. As always, if you need help, let me know. Have a great day.